Hello all fan, welcome back to the TV News 24H channel. We always update the latest, fastest news about your favorite royal characters. Piers Morgan bullied Meghan Markle and Prince Harry again. He says that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's Spotify podcast trailer was a spoof. The Good Morning Britain presenter branded Harry and Meghan as the most god-awful royal grifters, as they rake in £30 million from their new venture. He said, Meghan and Harry have turned into the most god-awful royal grifters, cynically exploiting their royal status to line their own pockets. Piers Morgan had a very lack of culture action when pretended to vomit into a bin live on Good Morning Britain, as he ranted about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's podcast. It happened after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex landed a £30 million deal with Spotify to launch their own podcast. Prince Harry and Meghan giggled about having podcast voices and even hummed Christmas songs during the heavily scripted 3-minute trailer. However, Piers clearly didn't enjoy the podcast snippet that he thought was a joke, as he pretended to vomit into a bin. Piers pretended to vomit into a bin live on Good Morning Britain, as he ranted on air about the couple's audio venture. After removing the bin from his face, he said, "I'm so sorry, how awkward." Piers then added, but underneath the vomit making, look, if they want to do vomit making podcasts, it's entirely their right, but it boils down once again, what are they thinking at Buckingham Palace? Mr. Morgan continued, honestly, when I first heard the promotional trailer for their new podcast, I assumed it was a spoof, he added. The Markle audio podcast, which begins later this month, is the pair's latest lucrative deal since they split from the royal family and vowed to become financially independent. These two are still the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, they're still royals. They don't do any of the nasty stuff, you know, the wet Wednesday at the care home in Stoke-on-Trent. They've bailed out of all that. And they're now making gazillions doing all these very commercial deals. Which is absolutely fine, except they're only making the money because they're the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Otherwise they wouldn't make a bean. Slamming the pair's new venture in the Daily Mail, Morgan wrote on Twitter, as with everything the Duke and Duchess of Sussex seem to do these days, their new commercial venture appears to be driven by large dollops of narcissism, hypocrisy and greed. Piers Morgan comments made royal fans angry. They responded on Twitter that, wonder why no British media outlet is talking about this? Piers Morgan continuing the hurt harassments for Duchess Meghan Sussex. The Sussexes are earning their own money, paid back the renovation costs for Frogmore Cottage, and they are living their lives. Yet, Morgan is obsessed. Yes, let them get these losers. Men in position of power intimidated by strong women. Why won't women stand up to Piers? Constantly at Meghan. Why? This is harassment. Where is the Me Too movement when you need it? I love how Harry and Meghan are destroying Piers Morgan on daily basis without actually acknowledging him. Piers Morgan then added, the one thing the world definitely needs right now is those two absurd ultra-woke freeloading chances giving us yet more of their views on life from the sanctity of their $11 million Californian mansion. As with everything the Duke and Duchess of Sussex seem to do these days, their new commercial venture appears to be driven by large dollops of narcissism, hypocrisy and greed. Once again, they've shamelessly, some might say shamefully, used their royal titles to help themselves to another gigantic amount of cash, this time, a deal with Spotify reported to be worth up to $30 million. It follows their reputed $150 million deal with Netflix, the same company that's currently trashing Harry's entire family in The Crown. The Sussexes are thus making themselves very rich very quickly by trading off their association with the royal family, despite quitting Britain and royal duty because they didn't want to do any of the menial tasks that other royals have to do to justify all the perks that come with their titles. And it comes the day after Meghan announced she's invested in a vegan oatmeal latte firm named Clever Blend, an investment that she immediately made massively more profitable by getting her recently acquired billionaire mate Oprah Winfrey to plug it on her TV show. One insider said, Meghan was the driving force behind it. The initial multi-year deal is worth in excess of £30 million with a view to extending it within 6 months. Spotify says it will uplift and entertain audiences. The Markle audio podcast, which begins later this month, is the pair's latest lucrative deal since they split from the royal family and vowed to become financially independent. Thank you for watching our video. Please support growing channel by subscribe channel and like video. And don't forget activate notifications to channel to always get the latest news. If you have any problems with the information in the video, please write a comment below to let us know and answer.